Greek words that mean rule and few. The term was first pioneered by Aristotle, who used it to define rule by a group of wealthy elites, but can just mean a group of people with special privileges.
Oligarchy is a form of government that means rule of few. This elite group is usually richer or more powerful than others. They are also known as the aristocrats or the nobles. The Greek philosopher Plato recommended oligarchy as the best form of government because it would organize society in the most efficient way possible. Oligarchs are given their political power for life, which gives them a strong incentive to rule their subjects well. Without short-term offices and messy democratic elections, oligarchs have no reason to seek short-term solutions to problems. They make long-lasting decisions that benefit their people and make them happy.
Oligarchy has multiple benefits, including the centralization of power. This makes the decision-making process faster and more efficient. All great civilizations have been able to achieve ambitious and difficult goals in a very small amount of time through a strong central power. Some of these civilizations that you may have heard of include the Egyptians, the Mayans, and the Romans.
Due to the nature of the elites, the ruling class are the most educated and the most experienced. This is superior to forms such as theocracy or monarchy, where the ruling class doesn't necessarily need to be qualified for the job.
Oligarchy avoids leadership by a single authority figure, spreading power over a larger base. This allows it to retain the advantages of centralization while allowing for more opinions on any given subject. This makes it much more advantageous than a dictatorship, an authoritarian system, or a theocracy. Take Darth Vader, for example. The Death Star was the epitome of a dictatorship. What happened to everyone on the Death Star? They got blown up.
Unlike a monarchy or dictatorship, oligarchies are usually not based on bloodlines. This helps to ensure that the ruling class has higher qualifications for the position, rather than simply inheriting it.
To sum it up, the oligarchy model of government is like having a democracy within the ruling class, often consisting of the most educated and highly qualified citizens. Sparta was a Greek warrior society built upon the principles of loyalty to the state and military service, which were valued above all else. Sparta employed rigorous state-sponsored military, education, and socialization programs that emphasized duty, discipline, and endurance. The nation was ruled by 2 hereditary kings, while a council of elders supplemented their authority and kept the state balanced. Spartan women were well educated and enjoyed many more freedoms than Greek women in other city-states, including Athens. Athens is often credited as the first true example of democracy, although it really only applied to prominent white men. While Sparta is usually not seen in this light, it was far more progressive and emphasized the freedoms of its citizens substantially more than Athens, the democratic example of the time. A modern-day example of oligarchy can be found in China. As with many communist governments, China is considered an oligarchy because it's ruled by a group of elites who have control over the entire country. It's one of the world's fastest-growing economies and is the world's most populous nation, with over 1.35 billion people. China is a major Asian regional power and is classified by many as a worldwide superpower. Seems pretty successful to me.